In the game of tennis, the one area that makes the real difference is the number of unforced errors. These are the shots that aren't caused by anyone but ourselves. The best tennis players in the world make the least unforced errors. So, how in our own lives can we make less unforced errors? Well, there are three main areas of life that when we make too many errors, we can create short and long-term havoc for ourselves. Let's start with our career. Now, I've hung around enough water coolers, ping pong tables, and boardrooms long enough now to know that there are three unforced errors that if we avoid, we can make our work life so much better. Avoid allowing our ambition, our immaturity, and our arrogance to trip us up. When we're overly ambitious, well, we alienate others. We lose the support of our peers, and we only cause the boss to get a headache when she thinks about having to manage us. Immaturity shows up when we aren't thoughtful about our career moves, and we get impatient, hopping from job to job or assignment to assignment. And we show everyone that we aren't willing to wait for good things to come to us. And when we think we know better than others, or we act as though we're better than our coworkers, well, then we come across as arrogant. And no one likes someone who is arrogant. Second, we must avoid errors in our relationships. Here are just three to avoid. First, fear. We can't be fearful all the time of others and how they might actually hurt us. No relationship is ever perfect, of course, and yes, we're going to feel pain at some point. But living with that fear will hold us back and also deny others from ever feeling like they can love us fully. And in our relationships, we must not fall into the trap of competition. Have you ever read in any relationship book or anywhere in the scriptures that we're to compete with others whom we love? No place ever. But yet we do it all the time. We compete with those closest to us, and that competition drives people apart, not together. Unforced errors in our relationships can be avoided if we pay attention to what we're doing more than what others are doing to us. Another place in life that we can hurt ourselves are in our finances. Two errors lots of us make with our finances. One is to try to go it alone, and secondly is to not manage risk. Now these are easy to avoid. Find a professional to give advice and have that person create a portfolio that has well-balanced risk. You might be saying, Rusty, I don't have enough money to have a financial advisor. Well, that's not true. There's someone out there for every level of financial resource, if we're just willing to go look. Not looking and allowing on our own judgment causes us to take too much risk, and that in itself is an unforced error. Now, there are also two attitudinal areas we can focus on. We're always better when we choose the future options, rather than choosing instant gratification. Think with me. Can you think of anything good that ever comes from instant gratification? Advertising tries to tell us that it does, but by now, we should know better. When the choice comes, opt for the future good, not something that feels instantaneous. And lastly, we should adopt an attitude to expect the best from ourselves. Self-sabotage is an error waiting to happen. When we start thinking we can't, or we aren't good enough, then we're allowing our mind to sabotage all the hard work, all the discipline, all the preparation we've done. If we rather expect the best and put the other thought behind us, then we're better ready for whatever shows up. So let's see. We covered our career, our relationships, finances, opting for the future, and expecting the best from ourselves. Reorder these, and instead of having unforced errors dictate and direct our lives, we have a F-O-R-C-E, a force that we can count on. And we know that that force is our loving, graceful, and merciful God, who wants nothing less for us than to have an abundant and full life. And best of all, a God who doesn't keep track of any of our unforced errors.